Hello everybody. Listen, I made a video a while back about motorcycles and gyroscopics, but I deleted it because I don't like the sound of my own voice on video, which, you know, is pretty common. But all my mates were like, no, make another one. So here we are, making another video about gyroscopics and the effects on motorbikes. As a kid, my dad introduced me to motorbikes, and yeah, I've had so much fun and enjoyment out of motorbikes, it's unbelievable. And when I say motorbikes, we're talking like mopeds and stuff, you know. But as I've got older, I've got bigger bikes, and I've been lucky enough, through hard work and luck, that I now actually take my own motorbike to the racetrack. And yeah, I absolutely love it. It's awesome. But what I realised when I started riding bigger bikes, when you start going around corners and you get up to the higher speeds, you kind of realise that there's something going on inside your motorcycle. There's like it's like an animal living in there that only comes out when you go fast, and it's pretty weird. And what it is gyroscopics. And like I've read plenty of stuff, like you have, and every now and then they'll talk about gyroscopics, and I'm like, what? Gyroscopics? What are you talking about? And I didn't really get it, but I'm going to explain it to you. So this is a gyroscope. A gyroscope is basically a wheel that spins inside a frame. So we'll give this one a bit of a spin. This is, by the way, this is like a educational toy. But what happens is when you spin it, say that, when you spin it, you expect it to move in that direction, but it kind of moves in that direction. It's got like a mind of its own, and it's pretty weird. But that is a gyroscope. I'm going to suggest you Google gyroscopes yourself. One thing that really brought it home to me was anybody that uses power tools. If you hold a power tool, I'm not suggesting you do this because it's dangerous, and please follow all the rules and all the rest of it. But when you move a power tool, let's say if you move it left, you expect it to go left, but when it's running, it kind of goes that way. And as you move it around in your hand, it kind of like has a mind of its own, and it moves in a different direction. And it's dangerous, it nearly jumps out of your hand, so please, don't hurt yourself, follow all the rules, don't do anything stupid. And it's only until you've kind of done that, or had one of these, or ridden a bike super fast, that you kind of realise what's going on. And here's what happens. When you're, like, in racing, when they ride these bikes at 300 k's an hour plus, 200 miles an hour plus, the rear wheel becomes a gyroscope, the front wheel becomes a gyroscope, and the engine and the gearbox becomes a gyroscope. So when you're flying along down the road, and you ask it to turn direction, or ask it to turn direction like that, the bike says, I want to go this way, or that way, or the other way. And it's only until you kind of have a look at this stuff that you can even start to understand how mad it is. And anyone who's followed the racing, when you follow the racing, they'll come out of a corner. And the front wheel will be turned like in that direction, and you'll see it come out like that. And to the onlooker, it looks crazy, and it's unbelievable, but this is why. So I can only suggest that you maybe buy one of these and have a bit of a look into it. I do want to tell you some of the other things that I have learned over the years. Manufacturers, if they spin the engine forwards in a forwards direction, it encourages the bike to wheelie because of the rotation of the engine. So some of the manufacturers make it spin backwards, and it reduces the wheeling factor. Another thing is also the delivery of the power to the rear wheel. So what happens is, we all know what ABS is. Well, when you have ABS, the fact that the braking is delivered in pulses and it goes like that, it allows you to stay in control without the wheel slipping away and falling off. And what the experts have discovered is that if you can also deliver the power with the same kind of pulse, it acts like ABS but in forwards, in acceleration. So what the manufacturers realised was, say for example a Ducati only has it has a V-twin. The power is delivered in pulses, like and the pulse acts as ABS but in forwards. And what they discovered was that the engine that was very smooth, and the power delivery that's super smooth, it doesn't have that pulsing in it. So you go from having traction, having traction, having traction, having traction, and then all of a sudden, psh, gone. You're gone. You're on the floor. So yeah, now they're trying to design engines that have a pulse. So Yamaha have done the cross plane crank, and that's all to give the engine a pulse, which is all in aid of that that thing. Yeah, and then I guess to finish it off, you would say, why have you made this video? And that's because I love motorbikes and I want everyone to enjoy it without falling off. And if you have a look at that, it'll help. Alright, no worries, my name's Paul. Give us some comments, tell me what you think, because I could have it all wrong.